Hello and welcome listeners. In today's episode, we will be discussing the recent announcement made by PM Modi regarding the foundation laying of 3 semiconductor projects worth Rs 1.25 lakh crore. Before we dive into the main headline of the day, let's take a moment to understand what semiconductors are, their applications, challenges for the sector, and the deserved feat for semiconductor as a roadway to Viksit Bharat 2047. To begin with, what is a semiconductor? Semiconductor, aka integrated circuits or microchips, are made from pure elements such as silicon or germanium or compounds like gallium arsenide. Silicon is the most commonly used element in semiconductor manufacturing. These chips are used in electronic devices from smartphones and TVs to cars, video games, advanced medical diagnostic equipments, rockets, and military weapons. Without semiconductors, life would lack the freedom, opportunities, fun, and visualization that electronic devices provide. That is how crucial semiconductors are to our daily lives, and so semiconductors serves as the brains behind every electronic device. When did the story of the onset of semiconductors begin? During the pandemic, car manufacturers reduced their semiconductor chip orders due to decreased sales. Meanwhile, remote work and stay-at-home increased demand for digital devices including smartphones and PlayStations. These unusual shortages prompted India to ramp up domestic manufacturing to preserve the cheap supply. India has been trying to establish itself as a semiconductor hub for 60 years, but it was unsuccessful until December 2021, which was the crunch time. Amidst the time of crisis, the Indian government announced a Rs 76,000 crore production-linked incentive scheme for the chip and display manufacturing ecosystem. Now let us look at some challenges which is stopping India to become self-reliant in semiconductor manufacturing till date. Semiconductor manufacturing is a complex and technology-intensive sector demanding hefty capital investments, high risk, a long time to materialize, talent shortfall, payback periods, and rapid technological changes. Also, developing an ecosystem for cheap manufacturing in a greenfield location is an extensive challenge. It requires suitable infrastructure like uninterrupted power supply, massive quantities of clean water, and requires setting up extensive water purification facilities. Hundreds of chemicals and gases are required for cheap fabrication. High and cheap manufacturing requires sophisticated technology which very few corporations possesses. So coming to the headline of the day, why is an announcement in an Indian semiconductor facility garnering so much attention and applause? To set the context, many developed countries such as the US, Europe, Japan, and developing nations like Malaysia recognize the opportunity to bring cheap production to their lands by attracting investments. More than 60% of the world's semiconductors are produced in Taiwan. However, India missed out on these chances in the 1960s, 1970s, and 2005 due to unsuccessful attempts. India missed the bus for 30 to 40 years, and an impression was built that we could never do it. India can do it, but is struggling to shrug off the image of having failed in the past and is unable to get to the proven ground tech, says independent analyst Arun Memwazi. Now here is the moment to glorify yet another milepost. On March 13, 2024, that is today, Prime Minister Narendra Modi laid the foundation stones for 3 semiconductor facilities worth over Rs 1.25 lakh crore via video conferencing. 2 of the 3 facilities are located in Gujarat, whereas 1 is based in Assam. His vision is to transform India into a global hub for semiconductor design, manufacturing, and technology development. He also addressed youth across the country on the occasion. 2 of the semiconductor facilities in Gujarat Dholera region and Assam Morigao region will be set up by Tata Electronics Private Limited, while the Sanand facility in Gujarat will be developed by CG Power and Industrial Solutions Limited with an investment of about Rs 7,500 crore. To sum up, the initiatives are expected to strengthen the semiconductor ecosystem in India and lay a strong foundation for its growth. These facilities shall create employment opportunities for thousands of young people in the semiconductor industry, electronics, and telecommunications. That is all in this episode of FinPod. In one of these week's episodes, I will discuss investment opportunities in semiconductor stocks in India. Thank you for listening and tuning to our channel.